Hey guys, welcome back and thank you for tuning in. We're getting ready to launch, getting ready to do some fishing out here today, and we're enjoying some very unseasonably cool temps. So we're getting started actually a little bit later than what I probably typically would, especially this time of year. I like to fish comfortably in this time of year. In order to do that, you really got to be on the water early and get off kind of early. But it's unseasonably cool out here today. It's about 9 o'clock this morning already, and we're just now getting ready to launch. And it's it's pretty cool, almost even just a little bit chilly. Not quite there, but it's really nice, comfortable temperatures out here today. So I'm hoping that that's going to extend the bite a little bit later in the morning. I was trying to kind of take advantage of both being able to be comfortable on the water, but also being able to maybe get a little bit of sleep. So I slept a little bit longer than I probably should have this morning. But regardless, we're going to do kind of take a similar approach to what we typically do. And be able to, I'm really looking forward to being able to just really fish pretty comfortably out here today. So I've got my rod baited up, ready to go behind me. We're just fishing a basic Carolina rig with some cut baits out here today. And we're just gonna work downstream. We're gonna hit these pockets of what I typically call relatively deeper water. This is a very small, shallow stream that we're sitting on today. And so we'll get into some pockets of water where it gets 4, 5, maybe even 6 foot deep or so, and that's what I'm considering deep water. And there's going to be some woody debris piled up in some of these locations, and in some places down through the stretch I know there's some metal that's in the water, but any kind of structure, some rock, there's some rocky areas as well, just any kind of structure that we can find that we think these fish might be utilizing. And when you can combine some deeper water with some of that structure, those are typically good places to start. And so it's been a little bit of a challenge this year, just getting on a consistent bite, but I think that we have a pretty good opportunity to, if we just stick to the good structure, try to get our baits in good locations, we've got a good opportunity to get our bait in front of an active fish or two and be able to have some fun out here today. And that is always the ultimate goal, is to have a good time. So let's get the kayak just kind of pushed off this bank here, paddle up to our first spot, drop a bait, fish our way downstream from there, and just see how it goes. Okay, I hope he's got, he took it weird. I don't know how well he's gonna be hooked. I hope he's got that hook okay. Oh my, he took it weird. He didn't just run downstream with it like I'd like him to. He didn't really pull, like get a big, I don't know, he just didn't pull it to a place where I felt like that hook would have got set well. Let's hope it did. I've been sitting on this hole thinking, man, I don't know why I don't get bit here, or why I haven't got bit here. It just seems like such a prime location, and yet I hadn't been bit. And just as I was thinking that, the rod started going over. Oh my goodness, and he's got some muscle. He's going on some good runs. We're in a good location for it too, because there's really not a lot of structure here for him to get hung up in, as far as like woody debris and stuff. Just this one limb that I'm anchored on. Wow, this feels like a good fish. This may be, if we can get him landed. I just want to get a look at him too, really. I mean, this might be one of the better fish of the year. Oh man. He's staying down, which makes me think flathead, but it could be a big channel. And these flatheads, they really don't have to be very big to pull you around like this. Oh, I just want to see him. He's right. Oh, don't get in that. He's right there. Keep him out of this limb. He's trying to get up in this limb. I like it better when he makes these runs out to the middle of the river channel. Pulled me kind of off my anchor point to a place where he's pulling me around pretty good. I gotta try and focus on keeping him out of snags, but also, yeah, and he ain't even very big. He's a flathead. He's a wound up flathead. He's really not very big, honestly. I'm gonna try to get my, oh, it's not a flathead, it's a big channel, that's why. I thought it was a flathead. try to get my anchor set a little more solid. There we go. That'll work better. Now we'll have like a good solid anchor point we can work from. That's a big channel, man. We're gonna have to play him out a little bit. He's not gonna be easy to bring in the kayak, and we pull him in, he's gonna kind of make a mess of it up in here. These channel cats, they're very aggressive fish, which I really respect that about them. But when you put your mouth, like a lot of fish, when you land them, they kind of calm down for you. The channel cat just isn't like that. And so you pull them in the kayak, they're not done fighting. And it's not a lot of fun when they're in the kayak. But that's a really nice channel, man. Yeah, I was just sitting here thinking, man, I don't know why I've not pulled a fish off this hole. Like, it's deep water for the area, relatively deep water. Some good rocky bank structure, a limb blown over in the water here. Like, it just screams prime location. And he's, I think, hooked good. Grab my landing glove and see what we can do with him. All right, let's see what we can do here. Let's see if we can get our hand in his mouth. Yeah, he's hooked good. I like seeing that. Or she. Oh, honestly, almost looks like, I don't really know how to kind of sex ID these fish, but it seems like the females tend to have like a little bit more narrow mouth. And this one's definitely got kind of like a more pointed, narrow mouth. Y'all just gonna have to bear with me because I don't have a net, and maybe I should, but it's just another thing to carry with me. I'm not against nets. Just another thing to carry with me. So I don't typically bring one. We'll just get you all set up right there where we need you to be while we get this fish brought in. Yeah, that's a good one. Need to give ourselves some more slack there. This is a good quality fish, man. This is what I've been looking for. This is what I was hoping to find. I mean, this is what I'm hoping to find every time I come out. But man, this is a nice fish. I don't know if I've landed a channel that's this nice yet this year. I mean, it's not incredibly long, but it's like a big, girthy. It's a good fish, man. I'm afraid we're gonna hold her up, and she's gonna kind of flop on us. But we'll try to get a quick look if we can. That's a good one. That was a good time too. That's a good fight. I mean, she's running out to the river channel, giving us a good tug. That's what I'm looking for, man, on these short lines. It's a lot of fun when you get out here with a really short line like that, and they can kind of tow you around. Get her back in the water. There she goes. All right. Yeah, like I said, that's a good time. I mean, this is a relatively deeper section of water here, but I've only got, I don't know, 10 foot of line out, maybe max, and not really anchored down really well. So you saw how that fish was kind of just pulling this kayak around, and it was making runs out to the channel and pulling drag, and it's a lot of fun. So I believe this fish gave us our bait back. We'll get a look at it, but I think it should still be in decent shape, but we're probably just gonna go ahead and replace it anyways. Mouth is torn up. I mean, we could reuse that bait, but we've got plenty with us. So I think we'll just go ahead and put a new bait on just to keep things fresh. Make sure we have the best offering available that we can have, and hopefully we end up having a pretty good day out here. So my bait situation, catfishermen tend to really like to have the freshest bait they can get, and And I'm with him on that. Fresh bait is best, but fresh bait isn't feasible or isn't realistic, then it's best just to have bait, right? I mean, you're not going to catch any fish without bait. And so for me, I don't get to get out and fish super frequently. It's typically a weekend deal. And so for me, it's kind of key just to have some baits in the freezer that are frozen. They're not fresh. And again, I agree, it's not ideal. Not fresh would be better, but I like to just have something, you know, so that way when my 1 day a week comes around, which is what it typically is, that I can fish, I've got something in the freezer I can just go grab, and I don't have to fool around with trying to find bait. I don't have to go buy bait, which isn't, I mean, even if I wanted to spend the insane amount of money that people pay for catfish bait, there isn't anywhere around where I live to buy anything other than worms. So I just keep them in the freezer there, and no, it's not ideal, but it's better than not having bait. So if I had to go catch bait every time I wanted to go catfishing, I'd never be able to go catfishing. I'll just go like that. And this is, I suppose now's as good a time as any to show you kind of my rig that I didn't get shown to you when we got launched this morning. But this is just a piece of cut bait there on an 8/0 circle hook, 40-pound monofilament leader to just a basic barrel swivel, 3-ounce egg sinker on an 80-pound mainline braid, and it's just basic Carolina rig. Works really well. Works well for me. I like that setup that I just got snagged as I tossed it in the water. And this is the reality of fishing with me. So we'll get our bait hopefully free here, and we're gonna move on. We're not gonna fish this spot again. We've made a lot of noise. We're just gonna float downstream. We're gonna anchor down here and drop a bait again, try to find another fish. That really didn't take long. Feels like a very small fish, but I don't know. That's weird. Looks like a small fish too. Yeah, it is. That's all right though. Need to fix that camera there for you, don't I? That didn't take long. I mean, that didn't take long at all. That's a miracle that fish got the hook when it hit that bait. That's a perfect eater size, really. It's a 1-pounder. But I mean, that bait hit the water, and seconds later it was hit by this fish, and it does not have that hook real great, which isn't surprising because it shouldn't have even been able to get that bait. I mean, if we're being totally truthful, it's a pretty small fish, but it was committed apparently. They're all fun to catch. I mean, again, on this short line, it doesn't take a real big bait to make it a lot of fun, or a real big fish to make it a lot of fun. He may end up releasing himself here just because he's barely hooked by the skin of the mouth. This is where a net would be really handy. There we go. We got him. That's definitely, well, I guess I shouldn't say definitely. That's probably going to be the smallest fish we get today. But nevertheless, fun to catch. Still a nice fish. I mean, they're just all, I really enjoy them all. I love catching them. That one definitely threw our bait off the hook. But I mean, I'm not even kidding. We were sitting here for, I don't know, 30 seconds. And that fish hit. So we'll just get a new bait on. Do it again. So that one there had to hit a midsection. And I do think if we're dealing with fish that size, we're probably going to have a little bit better chance of getting them to hook up if we put on a midsection. So we're going to, I like those head baits, but we're going to cut the middle chunk out of this one here. Honestly, what I may do while I'm sitting here, because we're sitting on, I mean, when you land a fish like that, then most likely the fish that are here are like that, you know, like there's probably not going to be a giant we're not likely. I'm not feeling like we're likely to land a very large fish after having that be the first fish that hit our bait. It's possible. It doesn't seem super likely to me, so I'm actually just going to cut this little tail piece off. I want to get rid of that fin. Get it out of the way. And we're just going to put a smaller bait on while we're sitting here. And then when we move on from this location, we'll put one of those bigger baits back on. But well, we know there's some smalls here. They're still fun to catch. This river is loaded with smaller channel catfish like that, and they're a lot of fun to catch. And if I know we're sitting on them, then we may as well go ahead and try to target one if there might be another one here. See if we can get another one in the boat. So we're just going to put this small piece of cut bait on, just like that, and all we were doing, if I can show you here real quick, my line wrapped around or something somewhere, because it's not wanting to reel up for me. What's going on? All right, there we go. All I did was I just took this bait, I just dropped it right here in front of the kayak. Right there, it's already on bottom. I just reeled down to it, so I lifted it up off bottom just a little bit. And we just set it here like this. We just suspended it like that, just up off bottom, and 30 seconds in, we had one. We'll see if we can hook into another. Okay, we might luck out with another one here. If we do, oh boy, I don't know how good, don't know how well he's hooked. I think it looks like it's hooked all right. If we get another one here, we've earned it, man. We worked hard for this one. Looks like he's hooked pretty good, actually. Worked real hard for this one. I thought it was going to be a different story. I mean, I'm not sure what I was expecting when I first launched and got started this morning, but we got two fish there really pretty quick. And so I was feeling pretty good that we were for sure gonna get on another one, a third, and then likely a fourth, maybe even fifth, and it's gonna be a good day. Well, after we got that one small, we haven't been able to get anything going. I mean, we worked hard for this fish here. I have fished and fished and fished. I had a couple kind of pick it up and then drop it, but nothing, just run with it. Nothing really commit to it. And it's just been kind of the story of the year. But you know, when you start off really good at the beginning of the trip, you kind of expect that you're going to keep up the momentum, or you're going to have a pretty decent trip. And I mean, all in all, I've had a good trip, but I really didn't think this third bite was going to come. This is probably, well, I shouldn't even say probably. This is for sure going to be our last fish of the trip, because I was working my way back now. I mean, I'd fished all the way down, and then I came back up through and said, I'll just drop one more bait right there. That looks good. And we did, and this fish here happened to be on it. So let's see if we can get him in the kayak and get a look at him. I thought this was going to end up being another one of those, fish kind of picked it up and then dropped it, because he did that same thing. He picked it up and then let go. Then he came back and grabbed it and ran with it. So we were, honestly, truthfully, we're fortunate to even get this one. I think we had two fish today, maybe three, pick it up and drop it. So had they all just committed and ran with it, we'd have had 5 or 6 fish out here today, which is kind of what I thought was going to happen after we got on them two really quick. It's fun too. I mean, it's nice. It's still nice weather out here. It's a lot of fun. I'd like to stay out and just keep doing it, but I think it's time for me to go get some lunch. I'm getting kind of hungry. Okay. Just threw water up in my eyes. Dang fish. That's what I mean. That's what I was talking about earlier when when I said these channel cats, you get them in the kayak. And they fight just as hard in the kayak as they do out in the water. You gotta be careful when you're fishing in a small vessel like this that you don't get yourself into trouble when you bring them in too green. Alright, get you all up in the front seat. Got this fish at the wrong angle for popping that hook free. We will get it though. There's that. Let's get a look. Not near as girthy. That's kind of what I meant by that first one that we caught. This one here is probably about as long as far as length goes as that first one. Not terribly long, but that first one was just real girthy, really thick, strong, muscly. That first one was a nice fish. This one's a good fish too, but not near as big as that first one. Boy, am I glad to see him, because I didn't think we were getting another one out here, and I was really hoping to hook into at least one more before we got out of here today. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, man, I was getting pretty discouraged. That's just really how it's been all year. It's been like, maybe it's just been a timing thing, because it's been like you get one or two in the first hour or so, and then you fish a lot of good structure and you just never find any more. So it's probably really just a timing thing, but I don't know. It's been a tougher year than in years past. That's for sure. That bait is still in pretty good shape. It's a fresh piece that I had cut there. We tore the mouth up a little bit. I think I might go ahead and rehook it, and then I actually might put a, well, we'll rehook it for now. We may put another bait on. It's in good shape, but could be in better, and we got bait, so why not, you know. But likely that fish there was the last fish of the trip. But I'm just gonna work my way back upstream and kind of, I've got a little bit of time, so I just, you know, this spot here looked fishy, had some wood in the water, nice and shaded. I'm gonna drop another bait here for a minute and just see what happens, and then, you know, there may be another spot or two as we work our way up through here that we decide to stop at and drop a bait, and by all means, I mean, if we get another fish, we'll pop the camera on and let you guys get a look, but I kind of expect that we probably won't, so we'll just go ahead and call this the end of the trip. Had a good morning. Like I said, it started off quick, and then just really kind of slowed down, and it's been a long stretch. We worked hard for that third fish there, but regardless, you know, when I came out here today, I'm not sure whether I was expecting the cooler temperatures to kind of extend the bite, but I definitely was expecting to be more comfortable while I was fishing out here today, and in that way be able to kind of extend the trip. And we definitely have accomplished that. It's been really pleasant out here. I suppose I can get that out of my face, but it's just been really, you know, a really pleasant day out here. The temperatures, especially here sitting in the shade, now that we're past noon now, later in the day. It's been a good day for this, so I've had a blast. It's been a really good day for me. As always, I appreciate you guys coming along with me. I hope it's somewhat entertaining, maybe a little bit educational, informative as far as kind of what I do to approach trying to target a little bit larger catfish on these smaller river systems. Certainly none of the fish we caught out here today were giant. But, you know, I mean, you can come out and fish these smaller river systems with a box of worms and not have to go very far and catch a lot of fish, but a lot of them are going to be in that, you know, in that 8 to 10 inch range. But, you know, this is just kind of the way I like to approach trying to target some of these bigger, better quality catfish on smaller creeks and river systems like the one that I'm on today. So That's all a lot of words, long ways to just kind of say I hope that you guys have enjoyed watching the video, and I appreciate you guys coming along with me as always, and we'll see you again soon. Hopefully be on a little bit bigger catfish than the ones we got on out here today, but regardless, it's always fun, so we'll be after it again soon, and hope to see you all along with me.